see when you stream and you got Minecraft open, you got everything open, you really got this computer shit figured out. You got like 10 things going at the same time. You seem like a really fast-paced thinker.
Or I just have ADHD. I don't know, man. I've been doing a lot of it.
ADHD's not real.
No?
You think ADHD? We have that in common too. Every single day on the chat, I'd be screaming. I think that's what makes streamers entertaining is like ADHD. But I think it's just a quick thinking brain, right?
I think ADHD is a little bit more. We have a little bit more of a sophisticated understanding of it than just like quick thinking brain. But
what's your understanding of it?
Damn, I don't know. How deep do you want to get into it? People that have problems regulating the executive functions of their brain, so like assigning like tasks or figuring out like what you want to be working with or thinking about at a particular point in time. Seems like people with ADHD have a really big problem doing that, although they can hyper focus on some things if they are interested in them. But otherwise they get distracted really easily, have a hard time focusing on things that otherwise people wouldn't have.
Yeah, but is that really a mental disability or is that just I see that as a superpower.
Sure. Well, I mean, if you're lucky enough to be a fucking video game streamer that can play games and run around and talk to people, it's probably a superpower. But if you're trying to study for something in like an engineering degree, it's probably gonna fuck you hardcore, right? So like,
yeah,
what's
really
considered like a superpower or not is probably gonna depend on where you're at in life or like what situation you're in, right?
Did you drop out of school too?
Out of college, yeah, because I was working too much.
Oh shit. Working too much on what, streaming and everything?
Fuck no, it was a fucking food service in a casino.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And how did you like being a service person?
It was fucking horrible. Dealing with people as a service worker is like the worst fucking thing in the world. People are disgusting, horrible creatures that are just, you never want to have to deal with them. You don't have to.
What's your I heard a couple things that we also have in common. You said that you're in an open relationship.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is it open on both ends or just open for you?
Open on both ends. We just fuck whoever we want to fuck.
Nice. Well, how do you deal with the jealousy of that?
I don't really feel jealousy. If I felt jealousy, I wouldn't be in an open relationship.
Yeah. I had problems with that, and then I ended up just saying like, okay, I can fuck other people, but you can't.
How do you get a girl to agree with that?
I guess just a lot of explanation and teaching her that. I told her that girls only want to be loyal to one guy, but guys can fuck a lot of things, and it doesn't really matter.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely one perspective, but I think the vast majority of women would probably disagree with that. But I mean, hey, if you make it work
they do at
for you.
first. You really think that girls want to fuck other people?
Yeah. I think girls are pretty horny, but I think that they tend to only want to fuck people that they have more connections with. So like, whereas a guy will fuck anybody, a girl will fuck a guy a lot, but only after she kind of like knows him, trusts him, feels a little bit closer to him.
Okay. And how red pill are you? What's your? Because I've seen. Before you ask this question, I've heard that you've changed your opinions. Like you probably started off as more liberal, as we all do, and then when you start making money, then you kind of become more centrist, and maybe you're making the switch to become more in the middle.
It's not that so compared to like ultra progressives, I would say that I'm like pretty red pilled. Like, there's a lot of kind of facts of reality that people on the left don't like to acknowledge when it comes to dating dynamics, sexual dynamics, whatever. But like, I wouldn't say that I'm like red pilled, because it seems like a lot of people that are quote unquote red pilled have like really negative or toxic views of women, or have really bad ideas of what it means to be masculine, and then have like really toxic approaches to like sexual relationships and stuff. So yeah, I don't know whether or not I'm red pilled. It's probably going to depend on what side of the political aisle you're on or what we talk about.
And what's your most controversial political opinion? You debate people on a regular basis. What do you usually get the most flack for? I heard that you were defending Kyle Rittenhouse and saying that he was innocent. I agree. Like he was acting in self-defense, like not a very likable guy, but the truth is, if you look at the whole circumstances, he was innocent. Is that like something, is that the most controversial thing you ever said?
It's probably the one I got in the most trouble for, yeah. Probably, yeah.
Maybe that's why you got banned off Twitch?
Well, that's why I got unpartnered off of Twitch. Why I ultimately got banned off Twitch is because I didn't think that, I think it had to do with me saying that trans women probably shouldn't compete with cisgender women in sports. But I don't know what I got banned for 100%. I can't know that. It just said hate speech, so.
They didn't even tell you? That's why I'm saying my stream, they really want me to go to Twitch, but I'm like, I know I'm going to get banned considering all the other people like you get banned.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm thinking if I'm getting banned for transphobia, most people probably, if you venture into that realm, you're going to get fucked pretty hard. But
I would consider Red Pill to be something bigger than just something about women, because if you look at the Matrix, the idea of the Red Pill is seeing the truth of the world. And so something I always talk about on my stream is how like people have empathy in the wrong places and people focus on the wrong things because they think it's the right thing to say. Like when everybody was praying for Ukraine and put the Ukraine flag in their bio, I'm like, you guys are goofy. You're not going to stop World War III by donating to a GoFundMe that's fake.
Yeah, there's two parts of that. So, like, the red pill being the truth. I mean, like, obviously, everybody feels like they are perceiving and professing the truth, right? Everybody. If you talk to, like, you can talk to two people that believe opposite things, and both will be like, "Oh yeah, I believe the truth." Like, everybody will say that. "Oh yeah, I'm not biased." Well, meanwhile, they're like super partisan hacks. So, I mean, there's that, and then. I mean, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with like a show of solidarity. Like, what was the name of the Minecrafter guy that just died?
Notch? I don't know.
No,
You're the Minecraft guy.
Not Notch. Fuck. What was there was some huge guy. He died at like 23 of cancer. Super sad. Technoblade. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it matters if you tweet out like "Rip Technoblade." Like, he's dead, and it's not like you're gonna bring him back. And I don't know if the family like necessarily cares about your random tweets, but like showing solidarity is a very human thing. We want to feel connected to other people about issues that we feel connected to. So I don't think.
Yeah, but we all like have this fake empathy on the internet now, and it's like you get demonized if you don't participate in all the fucking fake. Like, if you don't post a black square on Instagram, then everybody's on your ass calling you racist. It's like, am I really racist, or did I just not post a black square on Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, like, that is a thing for sure. But I think on the other end of it, like, it's not necessarily the worst thing, right? Like, you can, like, for some issues that historically don't get very much support, like seeing other people that are willing to vocally support you can be a good feeling. But I mean, I'll agree too that it goes pretty far sometimes, where a lot of people will, virtue signal about things they support and they don't know fucking anything about it. There's probably half the people with yellow and blue flags in their profile don't know where Ukraine is on a map. I mean, it is what it is. It's like the human condition, especially on the internet now, where you're inundated with a fuck ton of information and you're expected to have a position on literally every single fucking issue that is always going on constantly.
You need to have a stance
on everything.
If you don't have a stance, then you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
But then who are you usually debating with? I see that you're arguing on Twitter all day. You have a lot of, like, you argue with politicians. You're really, like, involved in big debates. What are you usually, like, what are your strongest stances?
I mean, I have strong stances on all sorts of things. I would say, unfortunately, as of recently, probably most of my debating is against people on the left, because they're the ones that kind of, like, go after me the hardest, or they're the ones that can have the biggest impact on me.
Isn't that funny? Because then you start off as a liberal. Didn't you father Hasanabi? Yeah,
and Vosh, but I mean, technically, Hasanabi came more from the Young Turks. Like, he had a career and stuff before me, so it's not like he didn't exist at all. But I mean, yeah. But I think online the thing is, like, conservatives don't really have any power online. Like, I'm not gonna get canceled by a fucking.
No, you get banned.
Conservative.
You just get deleted. If you even say something mildly conservative, you got banned on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. So the people that can do the most harm to me online are going to be people that are to the left of me. So that tends to be who I end up fighting with the most, unfortunately, because I probably agree with them politically on more things than like a conservative. So,
like what? Abortion?
Sure, that's one thing. Yeah, abortion could be a big one.
So you like abortion?
I mean, I wouldn't say I like abortion insofar as, like, I don't like chemotherapy, but it's probably a good thing compared to the alternative. Yeah.
What?
Are you anti-abortion?
What's you also have philosophy in your bio. I'm curious about your ideas of philosophy, and someone even told me to reference. Do you know Brittany Simons?
Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
What's your ideas on philosophy and the levels? I tried to talk about the levels in the chat, and then I got kind of bored about it pretty quickly. It seems like it's just like astrology for people who are smart.
I mean, what do I think about philosophy? I mean, philosophy is a really broad question.
No. Not what do you think about philosophy? What do you think of the levels?
Oh, the levels,
like that idea. Yeah.
I think that all sorts of people have like different ways of kind of organizing other people or how they want to view people in the world. I think psychologically right now we use like the Big Five personality index. Some people like Myers-Briggs. Brittany likes to organize people into what she perceives as different levels of introspection. So, I mean, like, insofar as she enjoys doing that, I think that's fine. I don't know. I don't have strong feelings about it. I'm probably never going to use a system like hers, but I'm not going to sit there and say that like it's the worst thing in the world and it's garbage or whatever. I just don't have a strong opinion.
You don't even seem like you have any strong opinions. I thought you were going to be way more of like have strong stances on shit, but you don't even seem like that. So what are you debating about? And
okay, wait, hold on. Like, First of all, I got a lot of strong opinions on everything. But when you just ask me a question like, "What do you think about philosophy in this thing?" Then
I didn't mean what do you think about philosophy in general, but like
no, but I mean in terms of systems. Like I'm a pretty easygoing dude. Now, if you want to argue about something like related to like a policy position, so for instance, you brought up